Ford Crenshaw, you know the best out there. Keno, from Diggity 713. To all my Texans Nation. If you feeling good, I want you to throw them H's up high. Yeah, like that. I see you. Let's swarm. Yeah, Houston, Texas, born and raised. Yeah, that's where I'm from. The best city in the state. Yeah, we stay turned up. There's excitement in the air for the Houston Texans. We swarming all year, causing havoc, we wrecking. Coming off that edge, we got 5-5-1. Thing on the outside, locking down your number one. All about the swarm mentality. And the H, standing on business is the way we operate. I rep that 7 like CJ, that 1 like Diggs, that 3 like Dale. H-time we doing it big, you know that 12 out here. And don't you never forget, better pick your poison, cause we got Joe in the midst. We rock that battle red, still blue, Liberty white, H-time blue, drip galore, man, we so fresh, fire like the field. Shout out to the whole squad, chasing greatness. Eyes on the prize, one goal, it's time to take it. Let's get it. Throw them H's up, throw them H's up, now you throw them H's up, throw them H's up, we throw them H's up, throw them H's up, let's all love for them Texans, cause them Bulls about to perform. Throw them H's up, throw them H's up, now you throw them H's up, throw them H's up, we throw them H's up, throw them H's up, let's all love for
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Texans Fan Butter Podcast. I'm your host for today, Kenneth. Before we get into it, man, I'd like to introduce our guest, Brett. What's going on, Brett? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you guys? Got the schedule released today, so we can kind of get our hotels booked, our flights booked. We know what we're doing now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got our very own Matt Bridge, Chef Bridge. How you doing, man?
What's going on, fellas? Brett,
of course, happy to be here.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, man, we got to get into it, man. The schedule releases came out, at 7 p.m. Central Time, So, the fans excited. Of course, I'm excited to play the Rams as a Texans fan week 1. But tell me, Brett, what's your most exciting game for week 1?
So I live in SoCal, so I can't remember the last time the Texans came out to California twice in 1 year. So I'm going to see them September 7th for the Rams game, and then I don't think we have an exact time for the Chargers game because it's like week 17. It's like December 28th. So I'm going to try to go to that one as well. I only get to see a Texans game once every couple of years when they happen to be out here in California. So now I get to see them twice. So I'm pretty happy about that.
That's what's up, man. So if you don't mind me asking, what is your favorite team? Do you have a favorite team, or you just love the game of football? You just pretty much got a lot of different favorite players.
I grew up a Texans fan because I didn't latch on to any of the California teams, and my dad lived in Houston because he worked in the energy industry. So latched on to the Texans when I was young, and then he moved to Chicago for that same job, and I was like, okay, well, I could take on the Bears as my NFC team. So nobody can accuse me of bandwagoning because I chose the Texans and the Bears of all teams. But I've been rooting for the Texans as long as I can remember. I still remember when D'Amico got drafted, and now he's the head coach. So it's been a lot of ups and downs for me over the year.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, being a Texans fan and also supporting the Bears, I know it can be rough, for sure. But definitely both franchises, definitely on the come up, I believe, and definitely think we're gonna see some exciting things from both teams. What did you like from the Texans this offseason when it comes to free agency and also the draft?
So I'll start with the draft because honestly, I still don't really agree with trading Laramie Tunsil. Like, I get it. They're saying locker room and leadership issues, but there's a lot of leaders in that locker room. Like, you got CJ, you got Will Anderson, you got D'Amico. It's like, if you're looking for your left tackle to be a leader on the team, do we have nobody else that could do the job, right? Like, we need somebody to pass protect here, and he was the only one that was good. So I still don't agree with that move. However, taking Ariante Urgeri, I think does soften the blow a little bit. I still think they need to do a lot more work on the offensive line, but at least they did something. And if Ursery is going to be a tackle or a guard, I still don't quite know yet. They insist he's going to start at tackle first, and we'll see how that goes. I think he's got really good hands. I think he's really polished. I think he's strong. I I wasn't sure if I saw the explosiveness and fluidity for him to like really survive in space as a tackle, but I think he could be a really, really good guard, like worst case scenario. So at least they did something to improve the offensive line. I still would prefer to have Laramie Tunsil, but who wouldn't? Like he's an all pro caliber player. So I go back and forth on that move, but as far as everything else they did, this was a receiving core that was very strong and all of a sudden got really, really thin very, very quickly. And so in one offseason, bringing in Christian Kirk and then drafting both the Iowa State kids, Higgins and Knoll, I loved both of them as prospects. Like this is probably going to be one of the 3 or 4 best receiving cores in the entire NFL. They just need to protect long enough for CJ to throw it to him, but it's going to be really, really hard to cover this team. And then you still got Joe Mixon, you still got Dalton Schultz. So like there's no lack of weapons at all here. They just need to hope that Ursery is what they think he is. And, they need the interior trio to stay healthy. And they also need Blake Fisher to take another step. There is a world where this is an elite offense, but you kind of got to hit a lot of green lights and thread a lot of needles along the way as far as the offensive line gelling to make that happen.
For sure, man. I know as far as for the Texans fans, that's our main worry in a sense. You know what I'm saying? That's our main focus right now. Will this O-line be different from last year? From my perspective, I'm just looking at it as, all right, I feel like we got to upgrade in coaching as far as the offensive coordinator and Kaylee. And he comes from well systems that's been successful when it comes to offense with McVay and also the Patriots system as well back when Tom Brady. So that's one of the things I'm mainly looking at. I know people going to be like, man, Bobby Slow was with Shanahan and, he's supposed to be under the Shanahan tree and this and this and that. At the same time, I feel like Kaylee is more seasoned. Even though he hasn't led an offense yet as an offensive coordinator, he's more seasoned. He's been in like the offensive room for quite a bit of long time. And it seems like now is the time for him to, step up to be the offensive coordinator. And who knows what may happen later down the line. But at the end of the day, I feel like he's going to be successful with the Texans because of his energy, his attention to details, and understanding that you have to adjust in this league. And I feel like that's what Bobby struggled with, in my opinion. And he just wanted to stick with what he wanted to stick with. Didn't want to adjust. He also made a comment in a post after a game saying that teams don't adjust against us. Our players just got to execute. And that's like there's no way you will think an offensive coordinator that would come out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I wish Bobby the best. But I feel like Nick Haley is going to bring something different. And the good news is he's giving CJ the keys. So that's something to really be excited about because now we get to see, hey, CJ, what you really about. I feel like his rookie year, he had a little bit more authority to change stuff at the line, but it seemed like the second year that changed. I'm not sure why. But at the end of the day, I like that Nick Haley he's going to give CJ, the keys. He's going to trust CJ, and he's going to put him in the position to be successful. The main thing is who's going to be the starting 5 on this O-line. That's our main thing. We don't know who's going to be a left tackle. We probably don't know who's going to start overall on the O-line, honestly. Anything could change come week 1. You know what I'm saying? We might see a starting 5 and we like, dang, we didn't see this coming. But at the end of the day, we hoping that they're going to grind it out, do what they need to do, and as far as in training camp and preseason. And we're going to see if hopefully we got the best 5 out there, some dogs out there, and we don't have to change anything throughout the season unless somebody get hurt. But what is your intake on this defense? Like, how do you feel about the Texans defense? What is exciting you the most? Do you think they're going to take a step up, or do you think they're going to kind of be the same?
No, I think they might be even better, honestly. Like, this team is fast. Like, they're really, really fast. Obviously the D-line particularly the edge rush rotation should still be ferocious between Anderson, Hunter. It brought in Darrell Taylor to be the third rusher, and that's a really underrated signing. But in particular, the CJ Gardner Johnson pickup and the EJ Speed pickups are the two that I'm most intrigued by, because EJ Speed I thought was a really, really quality linebacker in Indianapolis. I'm fascinated to see where he's going to, fit into the mix with To'o and Alshire, because he played a lot of Sam Backer in Indy, but he also played a lot of Mike Backer too. So I'm curious, like, okay, is he going to be the Sam when they're in like true base 4-3 defense? Or is it going to be him and Aziz on the field, and you have To'o come up? Like, maybe they'll have kind of different packages for different personnel groupings, but you have three, honestly, potentially four really quality linebackers there. In the secondary, because you got Sting, you got Gardner Johnson, you got Bullock, who I thought was tremendous, so far to start his career, and I really liked him coming out of USC too. I had a pretty good grade on him as a free safety. And then Kamari Lassiter, I love that pick. I didn't care that he ran a high 40. Like, I watched the tape. That kid's really good. And of course, he ended up being really good as a rookie. And then Petre is one of the best nickels in the NFL. So, if that's your starting five, as far as like 5 DBs on the field for nickel, it's hard to do better than that. And then, oh, by the way, you still got Jimmy, you still got Darby as like your fourth corner. Like, they brought Jalen Reed, who had more run stops than any other corner in this class over the last 2 years. He tackles like a demon. Like, that's a fast, aggressive defense with really the only major hole, if you could call it major, is like, I wish they had an ass kicker as like a pass rushing 3 technique. But like, if that's all you're really missing, I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely can agree. I feel like we have a lot of depth pieces, you know what I'm saying, on the D line.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of rotation going on. When you got Tim Settle, you got Rankins back, you have Mario, you have Foley back, and then you also have some rookies, and you still have Highness, which is a player that I'm not sure if he's gonna make the team. Who knows? We shall see. I think the rookie is gonna have an opportunity to really try to like make the team, you know what I'm saying, instead of just getting released and making the practice squad. But that, at the end of the day, I feel like we have more depth than last year, I feel. And I know a lot of fans do wish that we drafted a DT early on in the draft. At the end of the day, I do like what we did as far as like going offensive heavy at the beginning, because Lord knows we need weapons, you know what I'm saying, to be successful in this league. You need weapons, and you need guys that's going to be available. One thing we struggled at is our receivers getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? That also happened the CJ rookie year. CJ made some things shake, of course, but at the end of the day, you need weapons. So I'm glad we did what we did. It was really a shocker that we was able to get Jalen Noel, you know what I'm saying, in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
And 79th pick. Like that was shocking. And that guy right there is explosive, fast, you know what I'm saying, got good hands. Of course, he can get a little bit better at it, but to me, he has good hands. I think he was top 9 as far as in college with catching radius, and then Jaden was at number 1. So that to me, that's a good thing. You got 2 guys, come from the same school, got chemistry together, and they have the right mindset. So definitely can't wait to see them on the field. I have another question for you, man. So as far as you see the schedule, man, what game are you most excited for this season for the Texans?
Ooh. So other than the ones that other than the ones that I actually get to go to because they're in California, the KC game, obviously everybody's going to have that circled in December. It feels like every single year they're just going to play the Chiefs late in the year because they're going to be 2 playoff teams. So I get it. The Buffalo game is a Thursday game, November 20th. That's going to be huge for seeding, assuming the Texans are as good as we think they are. So, they have major seeding games with Kansas City, the Chargers, Buffalo, and the Broncos all late in the year. They play the Colts twice late in the year, but I think they should have it wrapped up by week 18. So we'll see. The Seahawks game, October 20th, is super intriguing from a matchup perspective. And then, of course, the early test is going to be the Bucs September 15th, because the Bucs are a really darn good team. So,
Yeah.
If they get through like the first 5 weeks, because they got to survive the Rams, the Bucs, and the Ravens in the first 5 weeks, if they come out of that like, I won't even say 3-2. If they come out of it 2-3, like, just don't fall super far behind. After that, you go into the bye, you get healthy, you come back out, and you get to take on some of these division games. Then you have a shot to take control of the division. But they just need to not get shellacked in the first like 5 weeks, and they'll be okay.
I definitely agree, man. One thing for me, I know I'm one of them fans that got high expectations in a way. Like, I feel like for us to take that next step to avoid going tennis, to avoid going on the road the second round. I feel like we need to win at least 13 to 14 games. I want us to try our best to get that 1 or 2 seed, because of course, when we go to the playoffs, we playing all the cold teams. You know what I'm saying? Except for LA Chargers, you know what I'm saying? They was able to come here. But other than that, man, you got KC, you got the Baltimore Ravens, you got the Bills, you got Denver. You know what I'm saying? These are cold places, and I want us to avoid going on the road. So, I mean, I know I got –
the only way to do that is you have to go at least 5-1 in the division. Like, you can split with one of these teams. Like, it'll probably be the Jags, if I had to guess. You can split with the Jags, but you cannot go less than 5-1 in the division, because again, you got to play the Rams, you got to play the Bucs, you got to play the Ravens, you got to play the Seahawks, the Niners. I think the Niners are going to be better this year. You got to deal with the Bills, the Chiefs, like Broncos. Like, the hits keep on coming. If you're going to allow yourself to lose 4 games, it really means you can only lose 3 out of the division. And that's a lot of killers, non-division killers on the schedule. So, like, they have to dominate the Colts. They have to dominate the Titans. And maybe you could split with the Jags, but I'd prefer to go 6-0 in the division. And that sets themselves up to have a little bit of breathing room going against literally every single MVP frontrunner on this schedule. But they're going to have to do that.
For sure. Man, before we continue, I'd like to welcome another member, Fifth Ward Crenshaw. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good, man. How you feeling about the schedule?
Oh man, I'm Texans gonna be the Texans. We're gonna lose games we're not supposed to lose, and we're gonna win the games we're not supposed to win. And I agree with Brett. We got to go 5-1 or 6-0 in the division. To me, this year, for us to get to what we're trying to get to, which is the AFC Championship, we got to be a number 2 seed. We got to get 2 home playoff games. That's the only way. We cannot go on the road again in a division round. It's not going to work. It is not going to work, man. So hopefully they're cooking up there in NRG.
No, for sure, man. That's one thing for sure. Like, even when we go back to, 2011, 2012, we went like 12-4, and we still ended up going on the road in the division round. And it's like, we got to make that next step. We have to. I feel like that's the only way, because I feel like if we at home, at least for 2 games, like, we definitely have a big shot. You know what I'm saying? We have a big shot. That's how I feel. But Matt, how you feel about it, man? How you feel about the schedule?
I mean, I still can see us 11 the ceiling, 11 to 12 games, the floor, back to 10 games. I agree with Brett and Crenshaw. Like, we got to win the games that are in hand. We can't let debacles like the Packers, definitely the Lions. Like, you can't pick off Jared Goff 5 times and lose. Like, you guys secure these wins. So, and we play the AFC West, so it's a little bit tougher. I think that's the division to beat this year. We got to turn up, but like Brett says, luckily we played the AFC South. So to me, that's 6 wins that should be there. But the Texans, they like to drop a goose egg every now and then. So I still 11 to 12 at best. So I'll take it.
For sure, man. You have any questions, Matt, for Brett?
Brett, I do have questions. So with Christian Harris being iffy with that injury. They still haven't really pinpointed the exact injury. Where do you, like you said earlier, with EJ Speed, Aziz, and Toa Toa, where do you see Christian Harris kind of playing that role, or do you think he just kind of comes off the bench for depth?
I kind of think he would be like a backup will linebacker at this point. I happen to really like Toto. I think he's a good player. But they brought in EJ Speed for a very specific reason, and it's because I don't think they think Christian's going to be ready. I don't think they would have made that signing if they thought he was, and maybe he'll start the year on the PUP list. I don't know. Like we haven't gotten any sort of indications on that, and we probably won't for a couple months, or at least a month. But I think that this is a team that had a good, or at least a solid starting linebacker duo as is with Aziz and To'o, but they were one injury away, assuming Harris is still not playing. They were one injury away from being in a lot of trouble at linebacker. So the EJ signing, I think, kind of helped insulate them from injury. And, if they are getting into a base package, like you have a guy who's really good at Sam linebacker in EJ Speed, so you can put all three of them on the field. But I do feel like the signing kind of indicates that the Harris injury is a little bit murkier than maybe we had hoped.
Okay. All right. And then kind of big back off the same question, the Jalen Smith kind of the same reason, right? Like last year when Lassiter went out, when Petrie went out, of course Jimmy Ward, he can't stay healthy for the Texans. When he went out, Jalen Smith's kind of that role player, right? Like if one of those guys go down again, he's definitely plan B, right?
I would assume so, yeah. And I think that was kind of like the name of the game this whole offseason was, they saw what this team could have been if they were healthy, and then almost immediately they were not healthy, right? And so I think the whole point of this offseason was to insulate them from injury at a whole bunch of key positions. And they weren't going to get strong at every position. It wasn't possible. There's not enough picks. There's not enough money. But they were at least trying to make it so that they weren't thin. Because I think you look at the 2024 Texans, and on paper, the starting 22 was a really, really good team. But how many games did they actually have the starting 22 on the field? So I think that was the whole point of this offseason was to make it so that every single injury wasn't so devastating like it was last year, because they just didn't have any depth.
Right. I can see that. I mean, you can't, like you said, you can't see that for the whole free agency and draft process, right?
Yeah, and I thought they did, as again, not counting the Tunsil trade, which I wouldn't have done, but other than that, I thought they did a really, really good job of making this roster as deep and as versatile as they possibly could. Again, I wish they still had one of the 5 best left tackles in the NFL, but we all can't be perfect. So we'll see how it goes. But other than that, I thought they had a really, really strong offseason.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you, Brett, for coming on, man. We know you got to get going here soon, but definitely appreciate you coming on.
Of course. And, any Texans fans, if you're coming out to the LA games, let me know. I'll try to be at both of them. At minimum, I'll be there at the September game. And, we'll do some shots together or something. So, again, thank you guys for having me. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
Brett, tell us where they can find you on social media and what you got cooking. That way we can support you, brother.
Sure. Well, oh boy, Texans fans are going to like listening to this. So you can find me on social media at Brett Kollmann. It's Kollmann, or on YouTube at Brett Kollmann. And one of my next projects I have coming out is about Bob Sanders, and I filmed it in the Colt Stadium because they let me use the stadium for it. I was wearing my Texans jacket on their field to make a point. I have like a Texans starter jacket that I was wearing while I was filming it. But yeah, unfortunately, my next project is it's about one of the great demons that has ever plagued this franchise, Bob Sanders.
Hey, as long as it's not about T.Y. Hilton, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Bob Sanders never did the Texans what T.Y. Hilton did at NRG. So we'll let
you can set your watch to it.
Yeah, sir. Well, Brad, have a good night. We appreciate you coming on, brother.
Awesome. We'll see you guys later.
All right, let's continue this schedule talk.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, man? What you thinking about week 1?
Week 1, I think it's a win, right? Like I'm not trying to be the homer,
Yeah.
but like week 1, you got the Rams, you got a guy who knows the offense, right? So it's like you kind of got some intel. So I think we got week 1. I mean, the Rams were a very iffy team last year.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it to the Texans.
Okay.
What about
For
you?
sure, man. Honestly, I hope we beat the brakes off the Rams. You know, one of our haters be, you know what I'm saying, he be in the comments, a Rams fan. So,
Oh yeah,
and then his birthday close to the day we played him. So hopefully we can put a, you know what I'm saying, a frown upon his face week 1. You know, that'll make me happy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. We play at 3:25, which I wish we played at 12 o'clock because I love the 12 o'clock games because it's like kind of like the time ticks faster. But at the end of the day, it's going to still be exciting to watch the other games that's going on at 12. And then, of course, we come on at 3:25 Central. But just looking at the matchup with what's his name? Matthew Stafford and CJ, you know what I'm saying? CJ, that's one of his guys. Like he really liked Matthew Stafford. He kind of look up to Matthew Stafford. And he thinks Matthew Stafford could have been, you know what I'm saying, that A-Rod level if he was given the same opportunity as A-Rod. So we know this is definitely gonna be a matchup. Their defense is solid, you know what I'm saying? In their offense, they got Devontae Adams, which I'm really not too much worried about because this time around, Stingley will be following him the whole game at least. And then Puka, I trust Lassiter on Puka. Puka is nice, don't get me wrong, but I still trust Lassiter to kind of hold his own against Puka. At the end of the day, I feel like we match up well against them. And I think it's gonna be a fun game, man. I think it's gonna be a fun game. I think our defense gonna really, you know what I'm saying, go crazy week 1 on the road. So I'm definitely excited for it. I can't wait.
Well, I will say this. I'm gonna be homer about this. Our D backs ain't nobody stopping them. Ain't nobody stopping them this year.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that.
Yeah, for sure. Man, we loaded, man. Shoot. CJ Gardner, you know what I'm saying, coming to the squad. I know he gonna have these DBs on another level as far as like mentality and getting them hyped. Just he gives you that energy that the defense needs. Same energy that Will gives, you know what I'm saying? Like he has that same type of energy, but I think he talks a little bit more trash than Will Anderson. Right. But at the end of the day, he might have Sting talking a little trash, or you know what I'm saying. We know Lassiter, he be on that time, you know what I'm saying. What they may say demon time. But at the end of the day, this defense, I'm excited to see this defense. D-line gonna fly around, and of course, the one thing that people may kind of like worry about, like you just got done talking about, is Christian Harris. Like, will we see Christian Harris? You know what I'm saying, at the beginning of the year, or will it be later on in the year? Who knows? But I'm most definitely like hoping this man is playing week 1. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he had training camp, moving around, and no injuries happen, no messed up ankle or nothing like that. But of course, like having him and also having him at his best, that's going to be something that we will love to see because it only makes the defense better. You know what I'm saying? Having a linebacker that's athletic, you know what I'm saying, fast, that can move well, you know what I'm saying? And he was really taking that jump in the end of I think that was his second year, I believe, when we played the Browns in the playoffs, and he really was coming into his own. So, and even the game versus the Ravens in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, he was pretty much spying on Lamar Jackson, and he can move with Lamar, you know what I'm saying. So I'm hoping this man can be healthy because it's only gonna make our defense better. Hopefully top 5, you know what I'm saying, nevertheless. So yeah.
Absolutely. So we got both of us 1-0 so far, okay? And then so we go to next week against the Buccaneers, and it's a Monday night football
game. Yes,
right.
sir.
Look, people so upset about primetime games. Like bro. To me, it don't matter because it's not a new regime, but it is. Like we got
Yeah.
a new offensive coordinator, we got a new line. Like this, and again, it's a different mindset from D'Amico, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody thought we were going to get rid of Bobby Slowick. Like to me, that Chiefs game left a bad taste in his mouth. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's prime time, no time, it's
Yeah, no
game time.
matter. Let's
So
get these
I think,
dubs.
and like we did, I don't think it's going to be like it was rookie CJ's rookie year where it was nail biting. But I think it's a good game. But Texans pulled on top, especially if CJ gets the reins again. He knows how to beat that defense. He's done it before. It's pretty much the same, maybe a little bit worse. So I got the Texans going starting the season off 2-0.
Ooh,
You
yeah. Yeah, same. Honestly. That first game is gonna be
the tone setter.
I think it's gonna be a shaky game in a little bit. But I still think we pull it off. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the game. I got faith in my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Right.
he gonna be at home in LA. I think he gonna try to put on. He gonna try to show out that first game. Of course, I believe he's gonna have some control at the same time. He's not gonna, do no risky stuff or whatever the case may be. But it all depends on the O line, of course. They got a solid front seven of the rounds. You know what I'm saying? They get after it. They D tackles. They the ends. You know what I'm saying? They get after it. So that's gonna be a test for our O line for sure, I believe. But at the end of the day, long as we game playing well, CJ ain't holding the ball longer than 4 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to be quick. You know what I'm saying? Then also we got to get that push up front when it comes to the run game. So I think we definitely win that game. And then the Bucks, I see us beating the Bucks for sure. And yeah, I'm not too much worried about the Bucks. I know they definitely got better. They resigned their guy. Can't think of his name right now. The wide receiver.
Goodwin, Godwin.
Bill Godwin, yeah. I'm not sure. I know he had a season ending injury last year. Not sure when he'll
Yeah.
be back, but they also drafted CJ Guy from Ohio State, Imuka. So they definitely got some weapons. Of course, they got Mike Evans. They run it back, Nice Irvin. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely got some weapons on their offense. So it is going to be a good test. But I think our defense can definitely, you know what I'm saying, make some things shake for us, get a couple of turnovers, get Baker Mayfield all rattled up a little bit. So that's going to be an exciting game, Monday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? Those one thing I will say, Monday Night Football is the least favorites to me because you watch Sunday all day and then Monday you gotta wait all the way to the night, you know what I'm saying, to the game come. So, but at the same time, when they get there, it's just like it's a lot of excitement. So yeah, man. How you
All
feel
right.
about the division? Like, what do you think? Who is our biggest strength?
Honestly, and this is probably going to shock some people. I think it's the Jaguars. I don't. I think the Colts took a way step back because they don't know who's going to be the starter. Everybody can say it's Anthony Richardson, but when you give up on the team, it's kind of hard to take that role, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I hope he succeeds. It's hard to keep your job when you're a young black quarterback. So let's keep it rolling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the Jaguars. I think the Titans are good enough to win, but not against us. I think they win 4 to 5 games at top. Same thing with the Colts, and I think the Jaguars come in second place with 7, 8 wins.
Mm.
They're just not there yet. Big question marks for the offensive line. Um, who knows? I think Travis Hunter is going to be a beast, but who knows? Who's your tight end? Like there's and do you really believe in Travis Etienne? So there's still question marks around the Jaguars, but I think
True.
I think with the talent, I think Jaguars come in second place.
For sure. One thing about the Jazz is I'm not sure why they treating Travis Etienne the way they are. I'm not sure what it is, but if wouldn't be surprised if a trade happened or something like that. Shoot, I will doubt they would let that man become a free agent because you know where he gonna come. If he, you know what I'm saying? So I could see him coming on down, you know what I'm saying, to H-Town if that was to happen, because a lot of the times when players like have a bad taste in their mouth from the organization that drafted them, and they don't want to, they don't see no value in them, you may say, or they don't want to extend them or pay them or giving them a hard time when it comes to the contract situation. I see them 9 times out of 10 going to that divisional opponent. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, playing you 2 times a year. We saw it with Saquon. You know what I'm saying? And this happens a lot of the times. Like, it's not just Saquon. It happens a lot of the times. But at the end of the day, if that happens, I would like that. I'm a Travis Etienne fan because I'm a Clemson fan. You know what I'm saying? So I got love for him at the same time. Whatever happens with him happens with him. He's the enemy right now.
I will say this. I think a lot of people are down on Trevor Lawrence a little too much. Like he's not the talent everybody thought he was going to be. But there's a big but, and that's the Jaguars did not do him no justice. The dude has been beat to death his whole career, has not been healthy. He played hurt more. Like everybody wants to rant and rave about Aziz out here hitting him. He shouldn't have been in the game to begin with.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, you know, I mean, so the Jaguars are failing Trevor Lawrence. Hopefully this new coach is going to fix it. But, yeah, we played them week 3 at Jacksonville. What you got? Win or loss?
I definitely got us winning. I'm sorry. One thing that's the big topic when it comes to the Jaguars is Travis Hunter. Like, is he really going to play both sides? Like,
he said
I know they saying this, but I don't think it's gonna work towards certain teams. Like
that's fine with me. Go ahead, play both sides. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're gonna be tired by in the first quarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You playing us, you got to guard Nico, and you got to, you know what I'm saying, go up against Stingley and Lassiter. Because it's not just Stingley. I think Lassiter would definitely get jiggy with him too. You know what I'm saying? So Lassiter is physical.
And you're going to get hit with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, one of the hardest hitting safeties in the league.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
1 quarter. I see it 1 quarter. That's about with Texans. I see it 1 quarter. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I agree. I don't know how long he will be able to play both sides when it comes to the NFL because it's physical, man. Like, don't get me wrong, like college is physical, but NFL is just it's a grown man league, man. Like everybody, and then like people knowing, like, hey, you think you're gonna play both sides? Like some players gonna take that disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And some players gonna treat it. Then plus you're a rookie, so they finna come at you. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I wish the man the best. You know what I'm saying? Wish him a successful career, but I just don't know. I would like to see it though. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out sooner than later. We definitely gonna find out if this man will be able to play both sides. Because you know what's crazy? Like, of course, this can be possible for him, but could you see him winning offense and defense or rookie of the year?
I mean, if he does, I don't wish evil on anybody, right? Like, that's
for sure,
a lot to happen. So if he does that, I mean, more power to you. But that's a strong feat to do, brother.
Nah, for real.
If he does it, man, that's good.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I think he may have. I don't know. I don't think I think he might have a better chance of being defensive rookie of the year over offensive rookie of the year due to.
I think he have a better chance at offense because of who's on the other side. Let's not sleep on BTJ. Like he's still that dude.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying though, because I think what's his name?
Brian Thomas.
I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver for sure.
For sure.
So don't get me wrong.
But the defenses are going to circle his name 3-4 times a game. So, they're going to double team him and leave him kind of the one-on-one option. And other teams other than the Texans, because the Texans secondary is so deep, like that could help him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay putting Lasher on the island with him. I'm okay with putting Stingley on the island with him, right?
Yeah.
Sure. And then it's kind of have a safety on top just to, light him up if he does catch it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can see him more offensive rookie. But I see where you're coming from too. But going to week 4 at home, we got the Titans. Now look, they've been dropping the ball since we got the H-Town blue jerseys. Okay. I already know we're gonna wear it in San Francisco against San Francisco on that primetime game. But man, if you don't wear your H-Town blue jerseys this year against Tennessee at Houston, bro,
you gotta
dropping
do
the ball.
Like, you gotta do it. And my thing is though, we gotta put the biggest beating on them week 4.
Oh,
I'm
for
sorry,
sure.
like we just. I'm not saying we are. I'm just saying we need to. That bad taste we let them come at our house last year and have a close game going back and forward, and like, nah, bro. Like, it was no way we were supposed to lose that game. No way we were supposed to let them put up 32 points. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 32 points on us, man. So,
Well, in all honesty, I think we overlooked them.
yeah. But my thing is, why?
Teams do that, brother. Teams do. I mean, they do that. You know what I mean? But when it's a rivalry like Tennessee, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Especially like
the history.
You have to go one game at a time. And
You have
like
to.
I get it. Every great team does that. Every great team does it. But we got, like you said, we got to put the foot down. We got to smash them. And I'm already gonna give you a hot take.
What's up?
I think Cam Ward gets sacked 6 times that game. I don't believe in that tackle that they got from Pittsburgh. He was the highest rate. He let the most pressure allowed as a tackle. And then you got a guy coming in his sophomore slump, J.C. Latham.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to tell me Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter's going to get stopped by those two? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Hey.
Stop it.
6 times? Turn me up, man. We're going to be home, too.
And then you got Rankins coming in. Then you got Rankins coming back. Bro, stop it.
I ain't gonna lie. I think people, like, I understand it. I get it. Like, as far as, like, when it comes to the 3-tech. But at the same time, I feel like we got a lot of depth on this D-line. Like,
oh, for sure.
It's a lot of depth, in my opinion. Of course, we would like to be more young a little bit, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the interior. But at the same time, at least for now, we got some guys that we know for sure going to ball when they on that field.
And Derek Barnett, best game is against the Titans. The dude has, I think I saw a stat, he has 4 sacks, a forced fumble recovery, and a touchdown. Like, I mean, let the boy eat.
Yeah, I love Derek Barnett, man. I'm glad he's still here.
For sure.
I feel like we
right. Like if he was on the other team, he'd be a starter for sure.
Yeah, I agree. For
sure.
I know he had that situation with the Eagles, but at the end of the day, I'm glad he's here.
The Eagles are just like us, man. Like there was no room for him. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm glad he's staying here and he's happy. That's all that matters.
Yeah, facts. So, one thing I got to talk about, man, because you know, I didn't see a lot of Texas fans doing this, but I did see some. They talking about, Clowney had just got released or cut, and fans are saying we should bring him. My opinion, I don't think we should. I don't think we need him. That's just me.
To me, it's a wait and see, right? Like, what it is with Christian Harris? How bad is EJ Speed at coverage? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a wait and see. Yeah. Now, if Christian Harris is gone for a while and EJ Speed is bad, then yeah, bring him in.
You bringing him in to play linebacker?
Yeah, I'll bring it. Bro, that's when Carolina, everywhere, he's on Pro Bowler linebacker. I mean, you're really going to bring him in? Oh, like Brett just said, we brought old boy from Chicago.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, man.
And Derek Barnett, like, if he's gonna play defensive tackle, if he plays defensive tackle, then yeah, I'll bring him in.
I mean, I think it depends on the price, but at the same time, I feel like that would be a waste. Just depending on.
It's not a need. It's a want. You know what I mean? It's a want. It's not a need. We're good.
Exactly. Like I feel like we're good when it comes to the D line. But hey, if you're trying to come here for a meal or two, shoot, come on down there.
Like, and honestly, the only person I would bring back that if they're like for sure, yeah, sign me up, is JJ Watt. Only because he's played everywhere on an offensive line or defensive line. And I'm not even 100% sold on that. But that's the only guy I would bring back. Like, oh, everybody, let's bring back D-Hop. Oh, let's bring back. Like, no. Like, I love you guys. Thank you for making Texans history.
Mm-hmm.
But that ship has sailed. But now come to the playoffs and you need defensive tackle. You need some defensive end backup. Hey, JJ, you got that motor? Because that's what separated JJ from the boys to the men was that motor. That boy never stopped. Like, you can say whatever you want about him, but he never stopped.
Yeah, that motor was crazy. Next level.
That's
for
something.
him to take back them returns, the fumble return, the picks, like that's.
Well,
you just don't see that.
He led the NFL in pass deflections. Like, that's never been heard of in the history of the NFL. He should have won MVP.
Yeah, we know.
If the 2 more game and made the playoffs, he's MVP.
Yeah.
He's MVP.
I still feel like he got robbed. I still feel like he got robbed.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Anybody say otherwise is just retarded.
Yeah, you know? Man. For sure.
So we got us starting off 4-0. Week 5. We go to Baltimore. I got us losing, bro. I got us losing.
I'm with you. I ain't gonna even. I need to be proven wrong because you know what I'm saying. Until they say, all right, enough is enough. We finna put a beating on them. I just got to see it first. Like, it's just then also we going to Baltimore, and for some reason they have us numbered right now. Like it's kind of like the Warriors and the Rockets. You know what I mean? Even the Chiefs. Like I can make that comparison as well. Like when it comes to them, they just got us beat. You know what I mean? And I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day we can get to that. All right, enough is enough. And hopefully that's this year. Hopefully we can put a beating on them. But yeah, I think we lose that game too.
Yeah. So guys, 4-1, which ain't bad. We got by week 6, which I hate. I hate early.
It's early. Yeah.
Hate it. And then we got week 7 against the Seahawks, and that's another primetime game. I'm gonna say we win this game, brother. I don't think I'm not sold on the quarterback. I know he killed us in Minnesota, but I think more the defense killed us than anything, right? Mm-hmm. So I say we win this because it's a new, it's still a new coaching system, a new quarterback, and they got rid of all their weapons. So I'm gonna have to say I got us winning that one.
Yeah, me too. I do too.
You too? Okay.
Yeah, I got us beat the Seahawks.
Okay, then in week 8, which no, I don't think that's the day we're wearing H-Town blue. It's not a primetime game. We're playing San Francisco. But you got on this one, brother. You got some win or lose.
We gotta get the dub, man. We got to.
You got the dub?
I think we get the dub, man. We're gonna be at home. I just don't get me wrong, the 49ers are the 49ers, right? Last year was a little slump, injury prone, issues and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think we win that game. I just feel like they they're getting old. I
feel you.
You see what I'm saying? Even though Brock Purdy is Brock Purdy, he's a young man, whatever the case may be. But their weapons, I just feel like their weapons are getting old now. Brandon Ayuk, I'm not sure if he will be back then. Hopefully he should. I can't remember when he went out last year. And
normally I think it was early.
It was early. Yeah, so he should be back. He should be back.
Yeah. Yeah, and then McCaffrey, you gotta hope he comes back too.
He in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got us losing. because, like you said, it's the Niners, right? Kyle Shanahan is even though he had a bad year last year, uh, injuries galore, kind of like the Texans, and then he got his guy back. He got Robert Salah as defensive coordinator, so he gives a little, a little step up. So not my much, but I got the Niners beating us, and that moves us to 5-2 for me. But you're 6-1. So, and then we move on to week 9. Denver. What you got? No, we're at home at Denver. What you got?
I think it'd be a tough game, but I think we pull it off.
Okay.
I think we pull it off.
So
I think that game might be one of the top exciting games to watch for us. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Texans fans.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a 7-1.
I got us winning 2, moving us to the 6-2.
6-2, yeah.
But here's my reason.
Hold on. We got to backtrack. I just realized you got us losing to the H-Town Blue.
Yeah, brother. I know.
Hey, man.
I hate it. But we always drop one game. I think this is the game we drop, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we beat Denver because, one, Sean Payton's team it takes time to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're in that time frame. They don't get hot until the end of the season. So we're right there. And 2, Bo Nix is a sophomore. We experienced it. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a deer in headlight. Like, honestly, last year, name me one team that put the pressure on him like the Texans will. Name me one duo you've seen like the Texans have, or a secondary at that.
I will say their online was pretty decent. Was pretty good.
Yeah, there is, but again.
But I hear you. Trust me, I hear you. But I still think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a good game, man.
Oh yeah, I think
I just think it's gonna be close, but I think we pull it off.
I think we handle pretty good. And then week 10 at home against the Jaguars. What you got on this one?
I don't even know what to say right now, man.
Are you gonna give us a loss?
Nah, I can't give it that a loss, man. But I just know it. Here's the thing. I will not give that a loss right now. But just depending on how the season going, if Nick Haley is in his bag, if CJ is in his bag, then we winning that game.
Okay,
we winning that game.
I'm with you, right? Like, I think we have the Jaguars number. Even when we suck, we still beat them once. Like, with Davis Mills, Derek Stingley always has a great game against Trevor Lawrence. So I think we got it, right? I'm with you. Maybe they catch fire and we drop it. But right now, I see 7-2, week 10. I see us winning. And then we go to that dirty old Nashville town, play the Titans, and they're probably going to wear that stupid new helmet or whatever, trying to rub that H-Town blue in our face and still get smacked. So what you got? You guys winning?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I got us winning that game for sure. I'm
9-1
sorry.
for you
I'm sorry, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got us winning that game.
9-1 and 8-2 for me. Yeah. Like, come on. There's nothing to be said.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think it's over with.
Yeah. So, I think we can really start off well, man. It's just the end. Absolutely. That's what's gonna get really
right. Like the best scenario is you where we go 9-1. And worst case scenario is me, 7-2. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, we might lose more, maybe 3 or 4, but I mean that's still a great start, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then week 12, another primetime game. We got the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night at Houston. You want me to go? You want me to go first?
You go first.
It's a loss. I think Josh Allen don't have a game like that game last year was a unicorn game. Like he was the MVP and that was his worst game ever. So I think now he has film on it. He is the animal out the game. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be like 28-24,
Yeah.
28-27, but we lose this game and knock us down to 7-3.
Okay. So they got Tampa Bay the week before. Man, dog. I really want to say a win. The reason I want to say a win is because we're at home.
Yeah.
And I just feel like our defense, man, is better. It's going to be better than last year. Now, you can argue.
But, Josh Allen's an MVP for a reason.
He's an MVP, but we made him look like an average person last year.
Yeah, but he never had film.
On the primetime game, I don't know, man. I think we win that game. I don't want to sound like a delusional person or I think we win that game. Josh Allen, but I think we win that game.
11-1 and 8-3. Okay. All right. Well, moving to week 13.
Yeah, we lose that game. Sorry.
Against the Colts?
Yeah, I think we lose that
Against
game.
The Colts? Oh,
yeah,
bro.
I'm sorry. Look, because we're going to overlook them and then pow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is going to happen. We're going to overlook them and then we're going to let that game slip away.
I got us winning. Going 9-3. So you got 10-2. And then
10-2.
Week 14 at Arrowhead, we got the Chiefs. I'm sorry, brother. We're losing.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's a December 7th game. Prime time. Mahomes don't like to lose at prime time. So I got us losing, and we're going to be 8-4.
Okay.
Or 9-4. Yeah, 9-4.
Give me the win, man. Give me the win. Look, hear me out. Give me the win. What day is it again?
December 7th. It's
no. Is it a Sunday night, Monday night?
A Sunday night game.
Sunday night game. I don't know, man. Like the reason I'm saying give me the win is because like just seeing what the Eagles did to them last year, man.
Yeah, I get you,
in the Super Bowl. And of course, if we healthy, we have our guys on defense. We have at least two of our weapons as far as the receivers, and then we have our running back, of course, and Joe Mixon. One thing I'm really looking at, though, is our defense. If our defense, we have all our guys, majority of our guys, I think we get that dub. Okay. I think we get that dub. I believe they're going to have to run the ball.
I'm not hating it at all. Like,
yeah, I think we get the dub.
11-2, I'm fine. You're 11-2. I'm 9-4. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, week 15, and we are at home against the Cardinals. To me, it's a dub.
That should be a dub.
Yeah.
That should be a dub.
Yeah. Easy, right? And then week 16 against the Raiders. I think it's going to be a dub, but I can see why somebody gets us to lose this game. The Raiders are going to be a tough team, I think. Geno Smith, and you got some running back, and then Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a mastermind, bro.
So, I guess, man.
I got us winning.
I got us winning that game. Okay. I got us winning that game. Don't get me wrong. They got some weapons. They got Brock Bowers. They got the running back, Genty, and Lord knows I wanted him on our team. But at the end of the day, I think their defense still needs some work. Of course, they got Max Crosby and they got Wilkins, you know what I'm saying, a D tackle. They got some guys, but I think that at the end of the day, that's still going to be a hard game to win. But I think we pull it off at least by a touchdown or 3 points, something like that.
What's called? So we go week 17 at Los Angeles against the Chargers. Right now you got 13-2. I got us 11-4. I got us going 11-5 because I see us losing.
You see us losing.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. What time we play them? At 3:25 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, it's to be determined.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Say to be determined. Yeah, I can see us. It's possible we lose that game. They might want to get us back. You know what I'm saying? Then it's the end of the year. Of course, they're going to be trying their best to get into the playoffs. They got to face KC in their division, so they definitely going to be trying their best. I think they beat us. I think they beat us.
Okay, so I got 11-4. You got 13-3? No, 12-3. All right. Last game, you got the Colts. What you got?
It depends.
If
we are 12-3, and depending on the seeding, that's what it depends on. Like if we got number 2 locked down, we might lose that game. Honestly,
absolutely right. Like if you got number 2, that's what I mean. Like I even at 11-4, you still be the number 2, right?
Yeah.
Like you still got there. So I can see them sitting out their starters, taking the L, or I'm sorry, 12-4, or 11-5. Take the L, be 11-6. Still number 2. I got it. I think it's a lock.
Mm-hmm.
But say that there is a you got to win this game. Okay, CJ guys go out there for 3 quarters, blow them out of the water, sit back. I can see that. I can see that happening.
Because we also got to think about them boys might be tanking. So
I honestly think I think by week 18, I think we're seeing some Danny Dimes time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some what was the guy's name? Sam Leonard or whatever from Notre Dame. Like we might be seeing some rookie play quarterback right now.
Yeah.
So
I can see it.
Yeah. All right. So you giving it a win or lose?
I'm gonna go loss.
Okay.
I'm gonna go loss.
I got lost too, just because I think we showed up everything and we stayed. So 11-6, and I say we're gonna finish the 2nd seed, and you got 12-4 or 13-4. 13-4.
13-4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
13-4, and of course we got 2nd. If you win 13 games and you got the 2nd seed, there's something wrong with you.
No, facts.
So
or we could possibly have the 1st seed. But yeah, man, it's just that Ravens game. Like I see us losing. And like I said, hopefully they prove us wrong.
But here's the thing, though, Rand. Like the Ravens are so Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like they're good for 2 years, and then Lamar gets hurt and they're bad, or Lamar has a bad year and they're bad. Like they're not consistent.
Yeah.
So we might be able to, but going off of based on last year, I'm going to give up the dub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hate to. And the same thing with San Francisco. Like these games are a crapshoot. But I will say this: I don't think we lose a game more than 7 points next year. I don't think so.
No, I agree with you. I think it might be some games that if we lose, might lost by 2, 3, heck, a field goal.
But this is the only thing I want. D'Amico, stop playing for time.
Oh, that's going out the window. That's going out the window.
Play for the window or play for the win.
Yeah,
like, stop.
That's going out the window.
We're good.
I don't think Nick Caley finna buy that. Like I don't think he finna buy that.
Too many games. Too many games you lost.
Yeah,
because we're playing for time.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have another Detroit debacle.
No facts.
We can't have another Green Bay letdown. We almost lost the Bills game. Like, You know, if we didn't have your favorite Texan, Jeremy Fairbairn, we would have lost that game. So you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you got to keep them.
Even the Jaguars game at home, man. Barely got, won that game. So, but yeah, I think Nick Haley gonna be on another different type of energy. Like he's gonna demand his energy just different, man. Like it's
For
different,
real.
Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of have that type of energy, the same energy that Miko has. So
I'm gonna start sounding like a blucking clock, and keep repeating myself. But he brings that swarm mentality. Like you can see it in the way he talks, the way he holds himself. Like you never saw that in Bobby Slower. Like if your offensive coordinator is like, oh man, they don't game plan, they don't adjust to us at halftime. That's not swarm mentality. Like
for real.
You got to go. So yeah, I think this guy is the real deal, and I have to agree with you, man.
I think he's gonna shock the league. I just hope. The only thing I'm looking for is adjustments. That's it. I'm not looking at nothing else. All I want to see is adjustments. All I want to see is something don't work, then all right, let's move that to the side. You know what I'm saying? Let's try this. You know what I mean? Like that's all I want to see. Like if he's out there doing pretty much what Bobby did, as far as trying his hardest to just do what he wants to do, and it's his way. And if his way don't work, it is what it is. If he on that, which I doubt he will be, then all right, we're gonna be in trouble if he on that. But I think this man, and the most important thing, like this is the year for CJ. Like year 3 is that year that you have to take that next step. You know what I'm saying? And then you already been given the keys.
I think it is. I think last year was a wake up call.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a lot of people doubting CJ.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people putting him an underdog. Where he, call me a homer, but he's still top 10 on my list. Like Justin Herbert, all of them is below him.
Yeah.
You still give me CJ. But there's that talk. And you know what happens when people talk about him? You bring the dog out. So don't be surprised if he goes 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like this dude, and the weapons. Like we got way better weapons. Not just way better weapons, but we got more depth.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I agree, man. I feel like and at the end of the day, it's all about the trenches, of course. But I just have a feeling that this O-line is going to be more hungry than it was last year. So that's how I see it. It's just all about the scheme. So we shall see. Time will tell at the end of the day. And as far as when it comes to CJ, bro, like he's locked in. He's literally locked in. You haven't really seen him on social media. You know what I'm saying? He's literally locked in. He's been in the facility. You know what I'm saying? He's studying. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait. I can't wait to see how he come out in training camp, man, and not just training camp. Of course, we're not really gonna see him in the preseason. Maybe a few, but at the end of the day, I just can't wait to see how he comes out week 1 at his hometown. I hope he light it up, man. I hope he lights it up.
Absolutely. With that being said, any last words for the people, Keno?
No last words, man. Just excited, honestly. Just excited. Can't wait to see what games I'm gonna go to. I recently just looked at some tickets at the Buzz and the Foes and all that. So I'm like, all right, yeah, we're gonna let this die down a little bit because y'all tripping. I don't know why those tickets up like that. And I was looking at the tickets for the Raiders game. But yeah, man. So but we will see. I'm gonna try to definitely get to a couple
I'm definitely catching the game at home. I gotta go see my family, see you guys, my other family.
For sure.
I'm definitely coming back to KC. So I'm gonna have you, Honcho, Texas T, Crenshaw, all carpool.
Hey,
and pack this mud.
It's possible. Night. It's possible.
It's Sunday night. Like, come on, let's roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's show KC what's up.
Not for real. I'm with you.
So, all right, brother. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, what you got cooking. That way we can support you.
Man, y'all can find me on YouTube and X. You know what I'm saying? AKA Twitter. And here Ken out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow me been posting content, trying to, you know what I'm saying, drop it more consistently. But we definitely gonna get there for sure. And just continue to support the Texas Fan Better podcast. Support our brothers, Fifth Ward Crenshaw, Huncho, Texans T, and Matt. You know what I'm saying? Support us, follow us, and definitely let us know what you think about the content that we drop, man. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love. And y'all know we gonna continue to swarm. And the song we might do an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be on the lookout. Who knows? We might do an upgrade, me and Crenshaw, featuring somebody else as well. So be on the lookout for that, man. And yeah, man, as always, go Texans.
Yeah, absolutely. Follow our brothers. Like I said, Fifth Ward Crenshaw, Honcho, H-Town Honcho 713, and of course, Pat Fool at Texans T everywhere. Of course, myself at A1 to A1 Texans. And don't let Keno be modest. The dude kills it at the videos. He had one drop last week called Here Came Out, talking about the offensive line. So you make sure you click on that one, like it, subscribe, share it, whatever you got to do. He'll be having one dropping. I'm going to be having one dropping about this, about the schedule release. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. But till then, go Texans. We on the up. Stay blessed, and we'll see y'all next week.
I'ma calm down. Won't chop it up. There's an H-Town anthem, so we gotta slow it up.